Get started. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is Mother Tawfiqa hosting today on the radio station with questions from Universal Wombs, a sisterhood focused on the role of women, bringing questions on marriage, Islam, and polygamy. We're broadcasting live from Flint, Michigan, and we have listeners here from all over the world. I would like to thank you all for joining today. Our discussion today will be on polygyny. The question for today is that we know that husbands and wives have duties to one another. Also, children and parents have duties to one another. But what is the duty that the co-wives have to one another based on the Quran and the Sunnah? This is our question for today. The reason for this question is that we're trying to seek knowledge in order to be better. So we would like to find out as much information as we can in order to implement these instructions in our lives. And we would like to discuss ways to become better and also to help others that may have these same issues in this area. Answering these questions today is going to be Imam Noah Fofana and Ishmael Torre, all from Flint, Michigan. Please join with us all of your comments and questions that you may have. Please don't be afraid to ask your questions. We have an hour of free time for questions and discussions. So just feel free to ask and put in your input. Okay, Imam Noah Fofana, you have the floor.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي صل على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. الحمد لله. Imam Ismail. Okay. Is Imam Ismail there?
It's not here yet. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. Wa alaikum salam. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, the question today is about what is the role of co-wives and what's the duty to one another according to Islam. Right?
Right. Yes, sir. That's the question for today.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Yeah, I'm just going to give my, the answer that, from the Quran and all.
Assalamu alaikum.
If my Wa alaikum salam.
Okay, Imam, could you please, translate that?
Speak up.
Yeah, in French and Maninga.
Oh, okay.
Good. Thank you.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, you're welcome. La question d'aujourd'hui, c'est que la maman vient de poser une question pour qu'on puisse répondre. Quel est le rôle de co-wives, c'est-à-dire les rivales? Quels sont les rôles des rivales entre l'un et l'autre? Donc, on y bi kisa sigini memi kan ko sinamuso nyoma droit de ma lobe o ni nyon kan quoi. C'est-à-dire sinamuso nyoma o ya droit de ma lobe nyon kan silamaya la. Bon, alhamdulillah, o le nyingali bi. Donc, moi mu fana mese ka nyingali ke ni ka question répondue. Donc, fana mese ko ya nyingali poser. Alhamdulillah. I was just translating Madingo that the question today is about polygamy. What's the duty of co-wives? All right, we're not going to go far. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, innamal mu'minina ikhwa. So the believers are brothers and sisters. So once, you say La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, you no longer pick and choose. That means you don't have your way anymore. You just disagree with everything except what Allah and His Messenger said as your way of life now. That's why when we say Islam Deen, that don't mean the religion of Islam. It means way of life. Islam, the way of life. So now, for the co-wives, Prophet ﷺ said, it's not something that is easy, but you prepare yourself to be a co-wife. If you accept to be a co-wife, you got to read the rules of being, co-wife. So it's going to be hard, but don't let the defeat get you. So now, as the brothers and sisters of Islam, so what do you want for yourself? You got to love for your brother. That goes for the women also. Whatever you want for yourself, you got to want it for your sister. If that's the truth, now you both taking the rules from your husband. That's why you must have a husband that fears Allah, that's trying hard to understand Allah. Then your activity will come from your husband. And you yourself, sometimes your husband might not be right. You can help your husband to make it right. So that don't mean, you're useless. No. It means you got to help him also. So now, if your co-wife, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, when you practice patience, when your husband gets another wife, that's your jihad right there. It's equal to someone that went to war and then died for the sake of Allah. So therefore, it's not easy, we know that. But be prepared. It takes knowledge to become Muslims, and it takes knowledge to stay Muslim. So be prepared, for this, problems that will come on the long run. So when it comes, it's not what happened to Muslim, it's how Muslims deal with what happened to it. So I believe and I know, according to Quran, we all brothers and sisters, so we have to look out for each other. In a marriage of polygamy, the first 911 is each other. The two wives are the backup of each other. In case of an emergency, the first wife or the second wife got to be there immediately to assist the other wife. That's why it's eminent, it's very important for the whole family to live together for the sake of security, of emergency, and happiness also. So I believe the role of a co-wives to each other is, first of all, is to be positive to each other and to be merciful to each other. Not look down on each other or not searching for each other's fault, but trying to upgrade the little good the one would do. So once you do that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will elevate you. Experience has proved that. Man kana lillah, kana lahu. You do for Allah, Allah do for you. That's why when we take a shahada, we don't see Allah. It's our belief that making us believe that Allah exists. And our intellect to prove that. So now, when you take a two wives also, the two wives got to have the belief that someday it's going to be a problem, the jealousy exists. But your jealousy shouldn't go beyond to destroy the other person because you didn't make him. Allah says if you take innocent life, it's like you're taking a whole life. So you just got to think, you just got to understand that Islam is about first to support each other. That's why in Surah Al-Anfal, Surah 8, verse 73, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, He said the disbelievers are backing each other up. Unless we Muslims will do that, otherwise it's going to be mischief and bloodshed on the earth. So Muslims supposed to back each other up, starting, from the sisterhood. So Alhamdulillah, according to Islam, co-wife, the first person you're going to have as a friend when you're married to a co-wife is your co-wife. When you're married to a husband, both of you supposed to be best friend first. Now, if there's a disagreement, the husband got to come between, according to the Quran and Sunnah. So Alhamdulillah, that's, one of the answers that I found to give.
Alhamdulillah. So in the duties of the co-wives to each other, there's nothing that is in Quran and Sunnah, addressing the situation?
Yes, it's many verses in the Quran in Sunnah that addresses, situation. Situation.
So I'm saying directly, addressing the co-wives. I know it's like love for your sister, what you love for yourself, and these different issues about sisters and the Muslims. But is there anything that is specifically stated in the Quran and Sunnah that says that this is the duty of a co-wife to each other?
Well, it's nothing. I don't know. Then it's my I don't know if Ismail is over there, but I don't know if anything directly from the Quran. I did not read that. It might be there, but I don't know that. I don't know also anything in Hadith or Sunnah that is directly talking to, co-wife. That I did not study that either. But basic on on what I know, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, I just go general. He says that if how we're going to trust each other is the one that fears most Allah, trust the person. So the justice, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna Allah ya'amuru bil adli wal ihsan. Allah order us to be just. That's general. That's for all the human beings. And also it's for the believer first. So we must be just with each other and then do good with each other. So when you take these verses, that applies directly to everybody. It doesn't discriminate to say, co-wife or, single women. He just generally go to the Muslims. So being co-wife, is lack of justice. That's why, problem is there. So every rule is in Islam. Allah say if you're the one that's not, they don't want to be right, they don't want to be just, the husband got divorced that one and stay with the one, those who are perfect. If the man, the husband fear to maintain justice, then you stay with one. So it's up to the women, to adjust themselves to stay in the marriage. But alhamdulillah, the men cannot, control, the women when they come to trickery. So only Allah. That's why you give yourself to Allah as a Muslim. The justice go around to the co-wife and around to everybody. So especially co-wife, I don't know that.
So based on what you're telling me is that the best thing is for the women to have patience and to practice, loving for others what you love for yourself, and focus on this and be positive.
Exactly. Because this hadith, this surah Quran, every Juma we read that. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i zil qurba. So Allah ordered us, to be just, to be right, to perform justice and be kind. So this for us. So now, where you can find, unkindness is co-wives, because the jealousy might drive them to do wrong. So when they remember about the verse, they will try to, calm down and then practice Islam. Because Allah going to test everybody. Women, the first wife, her test might be the husband gets second wife. Or the second wife, her test is also she did not experience having, co-wife. So all this, you prepare yourself to come in. It's not because you don't like it that is not the law. It's same as over here. When you put a hand on your wife here, it's a law. They're going to lock you up. Men don't like that, but it's not because you don't like that is not the law. So the same as the Islam, justice. So you don't like it, but if it come to you, you gotta humble yourself. That's why Prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that nobody is a believer unless they submit themselves to the decision on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam with whole submission, without reservation. So when the Prophet the one decide that you can have a true wife if you qualify to get it, so it's up to the women to submit herself, or either if she don't want to do that, she turn out to be a disbeliever right there. So that's why it's very important to talking about this topic. If there's a question, then alhamdulillah, we can talk about it.
Yes, I do have a question. So what would qualify a man, I know Allah gave him permission to have 2, 3, or 4, but what is the qualifications that qualifies a man to have 2, 3, or 4? Hello?
Yes. What you say?
I said, I know that the Quran says that a husband is entitled to 2, 3, or 4, but what would be the qualifications for him to pursue that second wife, that third wife, or that fourth wife?
Well, first of all, it takes 5 conditions to marry first wife. So the first one is, make sure, you obey the father and the mother of the women. You got to have this decision. You have to have this knowledge first and be ready to obey that. And second, and to have a place where your wife going to be in. And you, the one going to be the provider of the place, a shelter for her. So the third, and you got to have, a food, provide the food, for her. And you got to be prepared for that. And the fourth one, if she's sick, and then you got to be there for her. So I think that's the fifth one,
Mm-hmm.
You got to dress her when she, and she need of clothing. That's why in the marriage we bring the clothes to prove the family that, we can dress her, So that's how the dowry is for, to prove that you can obey. And you can feed her. Obey the father and the mother of the wife.
Okay.
And then obey the parents. Another word.
Okay.
Because after obedience of Allah is parents. So you cannot. If the woman marry the husband, she no longer have a father and mother. So the father of the husband become her father and mother, and her father and mother become husband father's mother. So it's responsibility of the husband to respect the father and mother of that wife. So that's the first thing. And then you got to make sure she's not going to go somewhere where she, that don't belong to you, So you got to put her in the house. So after that, you got to feed her and dress her. And when she's sick, you got to be there for her. These 5 conditions allow you to marry a wife. Now, if you get that, the same way it's going to be second wife and third and fourth. If you can fulfill this condition, alhamdulillah. Now, when it comes to, other than that, like, the widows, that's a different condition, So, alhamdulillah. This is how your men get qualified to marry 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Okay, so the men, if they should be qualified to be able to fix any situations that go on between the co-wives, so they're responsible for maintaining the order of the two wives or the situation that's going on between the wives?
Well, that part right there is understanding. Agreement among Muslims is agreement with Allah. So it's nobody telling nobody to set the rules. Sometimes, it's like this. If you got to get one for the other wife, you got to get the same one for the other wife. But the other wife might not like shoes, and she might like, candy. And you can ask her, if I give you that candy, it's equal to that shoes that I give to your sister. If you don't have a problem with that, I can give you yours too. So if she says yes, and the other one also says yes, that's it. It's about agreement, and not, I get blue clothes for this, I gotta get blue clothes for this, or so an arrangement between you guys. That's what that's a sunnah. So if you set between them who should cook, when and how, or where you're gonna spend night, or how, if you guys agree with that, people don't need to know. That's an agreement. It shouldn't be in a fitna with that after your agreement.
So the duties of the co-wives would come from the husband.
Yes, the duty of the co-wife. The duty of co-wives, or both wives, or all the wives, come from the husband.
So he's the one that sets the order in the house based on, what he decides, based on, whose night it is, or, things of the nature of the house. So the order comes from the husband first, and then he decides how the nights are going to go.
Yes, the order comes from the husband. Yes, the order comes from the husband, but it got to be same time an agreement among all of you.
Okay.
You see? Yes, it got to be an agreement. If there's a disagreement, then the husband can put executive power to determine what he's going to do. But that should come after the disagreement.
So if a situation arises between the co-wives that the husband cannot settle, or he cannot, bring peace in that situation, how would he handle that situation?
He takes to the imam. If your husband is the imam, he takes to another imam. Because, sometimes people take from other than their own people. So the husband got to take to the, to the leader of the community, which is the imam, and the imam opens the Quran and hadith, and then, provide the information that is necessary to set back the peace. So now, if the one that is wrong does not want to submit, it's the right of the whole community to put embargo on that one, even the husband and the wife. They should cut off from that one until she accepts back, to submit to the law of Allah and His Messenger. But if she said no, so the imam and everybody should put embargo on that the one that is wrong.
Okay.
And that's in the Quran also, in Surah 49, Ayah 10.
Okay, so that satisfies, the question that I have, but I would like to know if there is someone else that may have some more knowledge that, from Quran, that would be coming from Quran and the Hadith. But as far as what you have given me, that kind of satisfies, my understanding and my knowledge, and I hope and pray Allah that it satisfies everyone else. But now we would like to open up to see if anyone else has any questions or comments that they might like to add to the discussion.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. Is anybody else here that would like to add comments or questions? Is nobody else on the air? Yes.
Yeah.
Ok. Imam?
Yes.
Ok. Il y a une question rapide ici.
Yes.
Ok. La dame demande que est-ce que, que pendant ton intervention, tu as dit que la première personne à intervenir en cas d'urgence, que c'est la rivale. C'est ça, non? Ok. Que mais,
oui, c'est ça.
Mais alors que est-ce que l'homme doit avoir l'accord de la première femme avant d'avoir maintenant la deuxième femme? Parce que tout le monde sait que la plupart des femmes, généralement les femmes n'aiment pas une coépouse. Que mais il va y avoir toujours des problèmes. Que mais au cas si il y a un forcing et que la femme rentre, mais est-ce que cette dernière-là, les deux pourront être là, assister en cas d'urgence? Donc c'était la question ça.
Oh, okay.
Voilà,
this is a good question. Okay.
Okay.
The brother said, okay, go ahead.
Okay.
The brother said that, this question. Okay. He said, the sister, her name is Sawadogo, and she asked you questions. What, as I said first, your first emergency is your co-wife. What if the way the co-wife came in their marriage with disrespect and not, with disrespect? So how they can be friends, And sometimes it's because the men don't let the women know about this, and then he just get another wife, and the other wife is upset already, and how they can, she can choose her as a co-wife or as a, first emergency, person. So that's a good question. That's why when I started first, I said something. One thing lead the men to be truthful is the sunnah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When you provide for your wife, you do the 5 things you did. It won't be no fear for you to tell her, that I'm about marrying another sister. Because if she leaves, the house is going to be vacant. But it's your right to do it. But now, the condition of getting this, this other wife, we all know. You must know first that your wife she is satisfied with you when it comes to the bed. And you got to understand also, you create a trust between you and your wife. So if these 2 things is over there, the first thing, the best thing is the trust. If there's a trust between you, you're going to see your second wife will come with respect by respecting the first wife, and she will come also with the honor, and she will be welcome also with the honor, and your house is going to be good. But when you hide, and then you don't have to tell her, you believe you don't have to tell her or for her to give a decision, when you go and do it, you got to be ready to fight with them. And then it's impossible for men to understand the trickery of women. Allah himself said that in the Quran. The plot is great. So therefore, you have to follow the Sunnah. When you follow the Sunnah, and chances are 9 out of 10, you're going to be successful in your second, welcoming the second wife. But once, there's no trust between you and your wife, sometimes your wife might not, trust you for the sake of cheating outside, and for the sake of being stingy, and for the sake of being, disrespectful. So, and then you're going to go get another woman to come. That's a double team against the wife right there. So, you got to make sure that Allah is not pleased with you as a husband. And if you put in, you're showing the women that, you are a king and she's a slave, so Allah is more king than you. So therefore, when you do that, you're going to have a problem with Allah. At the end of the day, you're not going to be happy. So that's not Islamic, and it's not a dictatorship. This is something coming from understanding. You got some women that exaggerate also. When they exaggerate, you don't listen to them. You do what is right. That's it. Now, if you don't want to leave, they're not Muslim. If you don't want to stay, they need to be patient. But the men gotta be right. That's the answer of the things. Yes.
Well, I would also like to add to that question, because sometimes in situations there are certain characters that make it difficult to be best friends with a person, because when you say love for your sister what you love for yourself, sometimes you don't get that back. Sometimes the jealousy causes them to step over the boundaries, and it makes it very difficult for them to be friends. So what would you do in a situation to where there is that situation where the jealousy is so out of control that the sisters sometimes seem to not be able to be friends?
Okay, that's a good question, but that now it comes back to the husband. The husband got to understand the level of knowledge of whichever is the transgressors, to understand first if she has enough knowledge, what she's doing, if she's doing it intentionally or not. Now, if he's not, then the husband got to, educate that wife according to Islam, not according to his own will, his own inner want. So when the husband makes sure she understood, all the rules of Islam and in the laws, regulation, then chances are, if she really, want to be Muslimah and she's in Islam, for the sake of Allah and His Messenger and herself, then she's going to ask forgiveness from Allah for transgressing, the boundary and come back, to herself. But the husband got to work hard to study and make sure, communicate with the one that transgressed to make her see the things that she's doing in the best way. So if that, when the husband is convinced that, this thing is not going to change because she's doing what she's doing is unjust, he has to let her go. That's why Allah said, take it 2 or 3 or 4. If you cannot maintain justice, stay with one. That comes after the effort of the husband. Because you don't want to take no woman and play with her and then let her go. So you got to make sure you've been sincere between you and Allah, to yourself, and then to prove yourself that you've been sincere. So if it happened to be a divorce, you're not going to regret. You're not going to be sad about your injustice because you've been just. If she comes back, this is the same thing you're going to do it again. So it's no need for you to be sad when she leaves, because she's violating Allah's law. So you're not pleased with that.
Well, because it is very hard for you to be able to read a person's heart, how would you know which one is, being truthful or not? How would you know based on your observations? What would help you to know which one of the wives is being truthful or not?
Okay, it's like, when you got your kids, you're telling your kids, don't go there. And your kids say, and you ask the kids, you hear me? Yes, I heard you. And then the kids go over there. You're going to be punished. So you don't look at the heart of the person. You cannot look at that. You just look at the action of the person. Or after the person have heard and know, that's what we say in the Quran, Samina wa ata'na, we hear, we obey. So when things you haven't heard, that's different. But when you hear it and then you put in your intellect and you understand, then, it's no need for you to play game. The other one, we know you're playing game. That's how you can determine from your action, That's what it is. That's why, even in the Quran, in Surah 67, verse 10, the people in the hellfire, what they're going to say? They're going to say, وَقَالُوا لَوْ كُنَّا نَسْمَعُ أَوْ نَعْقِلُ مَا كُنَّا فِي أَصْحَابِ السَّعِيرِ. They will say, if you had to listen and use our intelligence, we wouldn't be among the people of the hellfire. So that means if you hear it and you disobey, you're going to be among the hellfire. So the other Muslim outside Sharia, that's our thing. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he even said that he might judge some people one day, and these people, they might be wrong, because the way they articulate in speech, and they can get right there. But it's going to be rejudged by Allah, day of judgment, because your intention, your plot you set, we don't know that. Prophet don't know that, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But he knows the action, the word you put out, and then, based on that, you might be right. But you did, but you did set it up to be like that. So therefore, day of judgment, you're not going to go. Allah going to block you, from, going to Jannah. So that's why, your inside, that's Allah's department. It's two Sharia in Islam. The inside Sharia, that belongs to Allah, which is your intention. Now, outside, that belongs to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all the Muslims.
Okay, that was
right.
Are you done?
So Mr.
Go ahead.
Mr. Jabi. Okay.
Hello, Imam?
Yes.
Yeah,
that was first one was the answer of the sister.
Ah, ok. Donc, comme elle-même est à l'écoute, bon, donc, si bon, c'est pas clair, elle-même pourra intervenir encore, quoi. Ok.
Oh, okay. The brother said, the sister still online. If it's not right, she's gonna, intervene again. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Like I was saying, early today, in Islam, it takes knowledge to become Muslim. It takes knowledge to stay Muslim. You have to listen, and then you have to use your intelligence. The intellect is the most important, faculty Allah ever gave to, creation. So when you use your intellect and you know what you're doing is not right, you gotta stop. That's the best thing you can do. But if you're playing game, you can play game with the other people, all the sisters, all the husband, but you cannot play game with Allah.
Right.
So the believers, that's why we believe first in Allah before Tawheed, before we do anything. So once you start playing game, you're going to stop. You're going to say, Allah sees me.
Right.
So only, your fear of Allah is going to bring justice and balance in your house.
So now there is a hadith that says that there are going to be a lot of women in the hellfire. Will that have something to do with the situation of the women not being just and, putting forth this type of negativity in the marriage?
Yes, that have a lot of things to do. That have a lot of things to do, with the women, and doing a lot of things, because, when Allah, women is a Jannah, okay? That's
right.
Why the family first, both parents, they need to assist the women when it comes to Allah's, they are more dearer to Allah. Because you can look at it, who's the best human being ever been created? It's Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But it comes from women's womb. So women are dearer to Allah. So our children are with them to teach them. Once we do that, then we know that, their objective and children guide them to the effort. Now, and, she don't do what she's supposed to do. And, she game around. And she do you're gonna be like, you know, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do this. And Islam is something that, you know, you don't want to mess up, you know, with it when it comes to your family. So the women will lose Jannah. Every morning they go to Jannah, and in the evening they jump out of things. You see? So that means work hard with your women and to do what they got to do. Work hard with your women to do what they got to do. You know? And then they can be remain in Jannah. So it has some to do with because women had a lot of game. They're good in game. Women can share tears in public and people will feel for her. And she can laugh the same place, people will laugh same time with her. So they build with a lot of, you know, game. So now Allah's fear the one going to make them not follow the game. A lot of women get abused by sake of game. So when the husband or people come to find out, man, they was playing game, the lack of mercy and then trying to damage them. So game is about, you know, this is Allah himself said that in the Quran, Surah to Yusuf. They have a great game. So they need to fear Allah. Even if you give them Jannah, they're trying to destroy it. So the environment, the parents got to do a lot of work with their daughters, you know, for them to stay in Jannah. Prophet said if you got 3 daughters, you got 2 or 3, if you, all of them Muslimah, you get Jannah. Why is that? Because it's hard for them to, for the girl to maintain in the right way. So therefore, the father, mother, the one got to work hard in the childhood to indoctrinate, you know, Allah's tawheed in them. So Allah will reward you because if the woman is good, the community is good. When woman is good, the house is good. So it starts from the parents, and then the husband, you know, come to, you know, to do the final touch. The husband, you know, just do something by, you know, calling Allah. But the father, mother is the one, you know, indoctrinate, you know, the good conduct to the daughters. You see, so that's why, you know, they fell in Jannah. You know, it's too much. That's why hellfire it was full of, you know, women. Mm-hmm. So we need to work on our wives and our daughters.
So, you know, based on the conversation that we're having today, it seems like the best thing for a woman to do is to love for her sister what she loves for herself, and to be patient in the situation. But what is a good dua that you can use just in case things are so rough that, you know, it's like she doesn't know what to do or she doesn't know where to turn and the situation is not getting better? What is a great dua for her to do that will help her and give her some relief?
Well, there's a dua in Surah 25, Surah Al-Furqan, verse 73. He said, ربنا أبدا أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين وجعلنا للمتقين إماما. Oh Allah, you know, give us a good wife or husband that will give us the children that will call our eyes, that will make us happy. And from their descendants, we can receive a great imams from them. You see? So that's the dua. Every Muslim should do that. When you do that, once you do that dua, you don't need to go to jihad to fight, to do anything. Allah will make your family, you know, decent, or Allah will guide you to meet with a decent woman or husband and have a productive family. If you're not, Allah will fix, you know, your family in it. You got to understand the dua and work yourself to deserve that dua also. Because understanding the one is everything. You see. Okay. So that dua is in the Quran, Surah 25. If you do that, even if you had to lose your family, they want to come back.
So that dua is 25 and 73 of the Quran?
Yes, Surah 25. No, Surah Al-Furqan. Surah 25.
You said 45 or 25?
25.
Okay, 25
and 74.
Okay.
It depends on number. You know, around 70 is too old.
Okay. Okay, so that is a beautiful Quran dua that we can make in order to help our marriages to be better. So, is there anyone that has any more questions or any comments they want to add to, you know, the discussion that we're having today?
Okay. Imam?
Yes.
Ok. Ceci est une question d'un de nos frères. Ok. Il dit, ok, parce qu'il a envoyé ça par texte, je vais lire. J'ai une femme ici aux États-Unis. Je compte prendre une deuxième dans un autre pays où je vais régulièrement pour mes business. Dire à ma femme que je vais épouser une deuxième femme, elle n'acceptera pas. Elle pourra même me reporter au gouvernement d'ici. Et je risque d'avoir de sérieux problèmes. Alors, est-ce que je peux me marier dans ce cas sans lui dire pour peur d'éviter les problèmes dans le pays où je vis? C'est la question, ça.
Okay. The brother said that, he lives in the country where he cannot tell his wife, he want to get a second wife. But he want to get a second wife in different country. Is that Islamic for them, for him to do that? Or he has to, if he tell the wife that he's going to do this, she's going to report him. She's going to decline. She's going to report him, and and he's going to have a serious problem in the country. So what should he do? Ça, c'est la question, non?
Oui, c'est la question, ça. Parce que vraiment, sa femme ne veut même pas entendre quoi. Voilà.
Okay. First of all, the brother got to know that when it comes to Islam, Islam is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say in Surah 4, verse, on 97, he said, if your Islam is threatened in any country or any place, move away from the place and go somewhere where you can practice your Islam. So what the brothers wanted to do is not Islamic. So it's like, finding a way out of, his problem. But it's not Islamic. Because Islam, before we come in Islam, we take a shahada. What is the meaning of shahada? It means testimony. That means people got to testify each other. They got to know what's going on in your life openly, and you got to know what's going on in their life also openly. Like, this is my sister, this is my wife, this is my kids, this is my house, this is my job. These things is shahada, testimony. To testify, for people to testify. That's why you don't take shahada by yourself. You don't become Muslim by yourself. You have to have a witness. So Islam is about witness. Now, if you want to have a wife, and then the first witness that's supposed to know, which is the first wife, and you don't want her to know, then that's wrong already. So that means your Islam is being jeopardized where you are. So move yourself, like the Quran says. If you cannot perform your Islam on any land, Allah's land is vast. So move from that land and go different place. And Allah said, if the angel's taking your soul and then you say that Allah, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it because I was oppressed, because the law was not right for us to do this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the angel, take him to the hellfire because he's a liar, because the land of Allah is enough vast for him to move about. This is the Surah 4, Surah of the women, as a matter of fact, in verse 97. You can read that, the brother can read that and find himself in that. And that would be better than, me saying, all this. So he can read it, inshallah. The answer is over there. Okay, Mr. David.
Ok, donc comme il a l'écoute, s'il n'est pas satisfait, il pourra apprendre. Donc voilà.
Right. So is anybody else? Anissa there? No. Is any question? Okay.
So Ishmael didn't come in yet?
No, not yet.
No.
So is there anybody in the line that might have a question?
Oh, ok. Imam?
Yes.
Ok. En attendant que le frère revienne si la question a été répondue ou pas. Bon, moi j'ai un truc ici là. Ok, mais dans ce cas-là, si par exemple, là, bon, je ne sais pas quel est le problème maintenant du monsieur, mais supposons par exemple là, que vraiment, il ne connaissait pas, c'est-à-dire il ne se marie pas une deuxième fois parce qu'il veut se marier, peut-être, c'est-à-dire qu'il n'est pas vraiment satisfait avec cette femme-là. Peut-être c'est ce qui le pousse vraiment à avoir une autre femme. Et aussi, bon, est-ce que dans ce cas-là, voilà, et la femme, par exemple, n'avait pas montré tous ses caractères au début, tout ça là maintenant, là, et maintenant, il vient se trouver dans un vraiment problème où il n'est vraiment pas du tout à l'aise. Mais dans ce cas, qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? Il doit divorcer la femme, c'est-à-dire prendre une autre femme, ou bien, c'est-à-dire quitter le pays carrément, et puis maintenant aller faire sa vie peut-être quelque part là où vraiment il peut avoir une deuxième femme, alors que bon, son intention n'est pas d'avoir une deuxième femme.
Okay, now, the brother saying that, he's asking a question. What if the person don't want to divorce the woman, but it's just because the woman's not doing what she's supposed to do, and the brother is not satisfied totally with the woman, and he's trying to get another woman because of that? And what is the situation that he should do? But first of all, the brother, Islam lead, nothing lead Islam. Right? It seems like the woman leading the brother, if that's the case, instead of him leading the women. So what makes women lead you is lack of responsibility. So if you do your duty, you gotta just tell her, I'm not satisfied with your change. I'm not satisfied with you. What the part that you disagree with her, you let her know about it. If this part is according to the Islam, and you make her understand, look, you don't want to do this, I'm going to have to marry me another person because I can't live like that. Either you're doing an effort to change or not. If she said, no, I can do better than that, so get you another wife. That's not a problem. But the divorce is not an option. You cannot let her go because she got a lot of goods that you're not mentioning. But the part that's going to make you deviate and fornicate outside, don't do that. Marry you another one, and she will understand, So I think that's the thing.
Ok. Donc, Imam, voilà, il revient encore là. Donc, je vais dire. Il dit que les raisons vraiment qui le poussent à avoir une deuxième femme, il dit que sa femme n'a aucun respect pour lui-même, sa personne, pour son foyer. Et il dit maintenant là, le respect pour son foyer, que parce que tout ce qu'une femme doit faire pour dans son foyer, que vraiment, elle a totalement tout abandonné. Mais vraiment, lui-même, à plusieurs reprises, il a fait asseoir la femme pour lui dire, mais il a l'impression que les choses ne font que s'empirer, deviennent encore de plus en plus graves. Donc, vraiment, ils ont 3 enfants ensemble. Lui s'éloigner de ces enfants-là, que ces enfants-là vont, c'est-à-dire leur réussite dans la vie là, que vraiment ça sera un chaos. Que donc, vraiment, bon, comme il va régulièrement dans l'autre pays, il est beaucoup régulier là-bas aussi. Et ici, vraiment, il n'a pas ce que l'homme doit avoir sur le plan sexuel, quoi. Vraiment, il n'a pas ça. Donc, maintenant, il passe tout ce temps-là. De l'autre côté, là-bas encore, là, pour éviter la fornication de l'autre côté du pays. Donc, maintenant, pour éviter ça, bon, donc, c'est-à-dire, il évite aussi les femmes là-bas. Donc, s'il doit rester comme ça, il a peur d'être visité maintenant par Shaitan. Voilà. Donc, dans ces cas, est-ce que dans un premier temps, il ne peut pas, de l'autre côté là-bas, là, se marier, même si tout allait bien avec sa femme, que là où il va régulièrement, qu'il allait même prendre maintenant une deuxième femme là-bas si vraiment tout allait bien, quoi. Pour ne pas que vraiment il fasse des communications de l'autre côté là-bas. Voilà. Donc, il allait maintenant qu'il n'a rien ici, de l'autre côté là-bas encore là, il va là-bas aussi passer tout ce temps-là encore pour avoir vraiment de père. Est-ce que vraiment, c'est pourquoi il avait demandé s'il pouvait prendre une femme là-bas, dans un premier temps, continuer c'est-à-dire à faire comprendre maintenant la femme là, jusqu'à ce que vraiment les choses rentrent dans le truc là maintenant, jusqu'à ce qu'il ait une décision, que parce que vraiment il a peur de ces 3 enfants là dans la main de cette femme là. Donc voilà ce qu'il dit. C'est un peu long, mais bon.
Yeah, I got you. You know, the brother just said, the reality is this: the brother is not satisfied with his wife here, and she's very disrespectful, and also is not satisfied on the bed either. And anything he did the best with her and set her down and talk, she does not want to change. And what can he do? And he don't want to fornicate. And he's traveling other country also. He's stable over there sometime. He spend more time over there. To avoid fornication, that's why he want to get married over there. So, in such a case, how should he do then? So that's the question. Now, again, we're going to go back. The point is not to hide a human being from human being. It's halal. So that's the first thing. And what caused this woman to behave like that and he cannot let her go? That's another question. You see? Because sometimes the man can do such a horrible things that the woman she exaggerate. But the man cannot leave. So now, this is some situation. If there's something that he did, he need to sit down with her and talk about it or apologize and show her the reason that it happened and it's not going to happen again.
Right.
He can do that. If none of this is involved in the marriage, why would he fear to get another wife for the sake of the 3 children? His presence right now destroying the children anyway, because he's not being a father. What knowledge these 3 kids going to have? So the same situation came to me myself as an imam. I have 3 kids with my wife also, but she was fully disrespectful, and between me and Allah, I know what I did to put her in control, but she did not accept it. So I told her I'm going to marry another wife. When I talked to her, she was like going really crazy, and we got 3 kids. She threatened me with all kind of law that she's going to do, calling immigration, calling all this. But that was not my problem, because the problem is this: the 3 kids need to be saved from disobedience and from, our law of Islam that the mother's performing. So Allah is in control. I went here and get married, and she did not want to leave. So at the end of the day, she went to attack the other wife and say whatever she got to say and refused to humble herself. Finally, she left, and she took the kids. These are Muslim kids. And she wanted to hurt me so bad, she married somebody that's not Muslim and then turned the kids to become Christian, imagine, as an imam. But her heart couldn't resist it. The kids still, because I've been around the kids as a father, as a Muslim. But today the kids back to me. And the same mother is apologizing for everything that happened, but it didn't work. But even though she had a full power to do it, Allah did not let it happen. Because the children is not mine. It belongs to Allah. My duty is to guide them. in the way of Allah. If anybody come between the guidance and my children, I'll just let Allah deal with it. But I'm not going to fall for that person disrespecting me in front of my kids or taking my kids away from the proper etiquette of Islam. I'm not going to allow it. Either it got to be behind me or with me, it got to be right. So that's why I say when you do for Allah, Allah do for you. But I was very, very in pain. But Islam is not what happened to the Muslim, it's how Muslims responded. So every night when I pray, I cry to Allah. It's not because I'm not a strong man to go fight, but I want Allah to, the justice system is not meant for men to be, righteous men to be successful. They give power to those who don't have, right mind. Now they're abusing the power, so I let Allah deal with it. I can't fight that, the system. So Allah helped me out, and it happened. So basic on that, experience, I always tell people, be right. Be right. Don't let, a condition of a human being take you away from the Islam. So why would you hide yourself to go marry women because you're scared of other women? Why would you fornicate because you're scared of other women? Just be you're doing to yourself, you're not doing to her. Get you married to somebody else. This is halal, and she's Muslim, you're Muslim, so it's in the Quran. You're not doing nothing against her. If she don't want it, she can go. If she want to call on anybody, let her call on anybody. If she want to destroy your kid, let her do it if she can. Human being, the children is a loan from Allah. Wife is a loan. Everybody we possess is a loan from Allah. Allah's property is a human being. You can't mess with Allah's property. If you want to do it and the other one is right, Allah always say in the Quran, Inna Allah la yahdi qawma zalimin. Allah does not guide in those who are doing wrong. So why would I fear? So to me, the brother just got to be Muslim. Because what the woman going to tell people? Oh, he want me to pray, and I don't want to pray with him. And he want me to, to fast, I don't want to do that. And he want me to, to pray with the kids, and I don't want to do that. So what she going to say? It's nothing she going to say. So it's not going to work. Allah, the brother, I can tell the brother, if the woman, what he's saying is true about the woman, he just got to tell her, you got to be a man. You just got to be a man. I want to marry another wife. If you don't stop what you're doing. If she don't stop, just get married another wife. See what she's going to do. Absolutely nothing. Majority of the time when you see people doing things to other people, the men did abuse the women somehow, like taking her money, and then, going to marry another wife and not telling her, this woman want to kill him. So that's not Islamic. That's why I say you got to be right. When you're right, you're not going to fear to do justice. But today, a lot of people, they're scared to be right because it's too good to be crook. So they want to remain crook and then, use Islam terminology to abuse others. The women do that, the men do that. But my advice to the brother, you don't have to suffer. He's a Muslim, practice Islam, and then satisfy yourself. You're not doing nothing harm by marrying another woman. She don't control your life. She don't control your own life. Allah is in control. But be wise about what you do. Know that you're right to do what you're doing. That's Mr. Jabi. I think that's what I can give as an advice.
Ok, merci beaucoup. Alors, comme il est à l'écoute, donc il pourra juger lui-même, Inch'Allah. Donc, c'est tout ce que j'ai ici comme question, quoi.
Ok. Is it, Mother, Tafika?
Yes, I'm here.
Mais,
okay.
Imam?
Is any question? Yes.
Imam? Ok,
yes.
J'ai une autre question. Mais si, par exemple, là, ta femme te pousse toujours dire que il faut aller marier une autre femme, il faut aller marier une autre femme, mais alors que toi-même, ça n'est pas dans ta tête de le faire, mais est-ce que on peut considérer ça maintenant comme un signe qu'elle ne t'aime pas?
Il faut répéter, ça c'était un peu.
Ok. Ta femme te dit chaque fois, il faut aller te marier à une autre femme. Alors que toi, ton intention n'est pas de se marier. Est-ce que ce n'est pas un signe et ainsi que cette dernière-là ne t'aime pas?
Ça dépend, ça dépend quand la femme dit à un homme, faut aller te marier à une femme, c'est un truc comme ça. Il y a quelque chose qui ne va pas dans le foyer. Tu vois, non?
Ok, mais Imam.
The question is this, yes.
Ok, Imam, est-ce que moi je peux prendre une deuxième femme?
Yeah, you can. It's not prohibited. Tu peux prendre une deuxième femme. Your wife, she's Muslim. She understands.
Okay.
She might be hurt, but she's Muslim, and that part also he gets her closer to Jannah. That's what it is.
Okay.
Even though, yeah.
So what was the question, Imam?
The question was this: if your wife telling you, "Oh, you can get married to another wife," it's all right. Go marry another wife. It's all right. You can get married to another wife. I told him, he said, is that a sign that she don't love you anymore or she love you anymore? I said, no, that means it's a problem in the house. So, trying to solve that problem. Yeah, yes. So, trying to solve the problem and see if she's saying that out of anger or she's saying that because she really, need help also in her house for the children, for herself and for her Jannah. Because you got some sisters I meet with, they really, really feel sad for a sister that's not married. They're asking the husband to marry a sister, either their friend, to get married for the sake, because she don't want to see her sister going to hellfire. And being married, she got more chance to get in Jannah. So she feel like that, and she always recommend to her husband. And her husband got, a wife, from her side. So you got that. That's that kind of bad. You got also Saskakisli that they be saying that, oh yeah, you can go marry another wife. It's all right, but they don't mean it. So that case, the husband know that if his wife mean it or not. So he gonna do what is right. That was the question.
Okay. I just wanted everybody to know, just because people listening.
Right. Okay.
So
I got somebody saying that he's doing the star 61 and he's not getting no response. But he's listening and he's hearing.
Can you bring his question? Can you give his question?
Okay.
Okay. What's the question? Yeah.
Okay. Ce frère-là, il dit qu'il nous appelle de l'Afrique du Sud, quoi.
Ok.
Voilà. Il dit que il vit en Côte d'Ivoire. Il dit qu'il a il va régulièrement là-bas, quoi. Que donc vraiment, il y a une femme, il y a une jeune dame. Il dit qu'il n'est pas encore marié. Il y a une jeune dame qu'il a plusieurs fois abordé, quoi. Vraiment, il aimait beaucoup de la marier, quoi. Donc lui au début, il pensait que vraiment c'était à cause de ses activités, tout ça là, maintenant que la femme était collée à lui, quoi. Que vraiment il a toujours repoussé la femme parce que c'est une femme blanche et puis vraiment elle a tout caché, quoi, en lui, quoi. C'est-à-dire elle vient toujours en lui comme vraiment une femme normale, quoi. Mais c'est après il a découvert que la femme est vraiment à l'aise, quoi. Elle vient d'une famille vraiment très à l'aise. Mais lui-même l'a découvert ça, mais elle-même elle ne sait pas que il sait ça, quoi. C'est après il a découvert que, mais la femme est toujours derrière lui, vraiment de la marier. Donc vraiment il voit que ça va prendre du temps pour que vraiment elle puisse remplir toutes ces conditions-là. Donc, pour éviter tout ça maintenant, et aussi vraiment, il n'aimerait pas avoir sa première femme vraiment qui vient, il veut être maintenant dans son milieu du là, quoi. Donc, maintenant, là, il pose la question maintenant, là, que comme il est venu tomber sur l'émission, donc il aimerait savoir maintenant, mais qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire dans ce cas-là? D'abord, il ne voulait pas parce que, vraiment, ce n'était pas dans sa tête maintenant de se marier à quelqu'un vraiment qui est autre pays. Ça fait un. Et puis de deux aussi, il a découvert aussi que vraiment la femme est vraiment très à l'aise. Donc, il a encore peur si vraiment il va pouvoir maîtriser la femme là. que parce qu'il est encore jeune, il n'a que 26 ans. La femme n'a que, je crois, 23 ans. Que bon, vraiment, voici la situation. Quel conseil?
Okay, alhamdulillah. Yeah, this is the question of the brother. You know, he's a brother from South Africa, visiting the Ivory Coast all the time. So he got, you know, a friend, and they've been together for a while. And she is very humble and respectful. But she came to him as a humble person, you know, like a disabled person, like humble person. But he now discovered that this girl, this person, she's white, but she's not, you know, anybody. She got mean, you know, to live her life well. So now, but he fear also that, you know, her color and ethnic, taking her to the Mandingo, you know, people, and he don't know what to do. That his first wife come from a different place other than, you know, his own tribe thing. So he got that, you know, that confusion, and he want to know what should he do in that case. You know, that's the question. Why, Mr. Javi?
Yeah, c'est la question, ça oui.
Okay. Now, first of all, the brother, you know, he has to know first he got to be Muslim, and the women got to be Muslim. If she is Muslim already, alhamdulillah, there's a rule set in Islam. He got to let her know. Since she don't know what he know about her, he got to let her know, I can marry you, but the door is open for me to marry 2 or 3 or 4 in the future. This is a door open for me, opportunity. If you know you can go along with that, then we can get married. But if the condition also present itself that I don't need no other wife, then that's the future. You can tell all of that. I'm not telling you right now I'm going to marry second wife or third wife. No. I'm not telling you either I'm not going to marry. But this is a door opportunity that's open for every Muslim man according to his mean. Okay. Now, if she agree with that, alhamdulillah, she won't be surprised whenever he say to her, I want to marry another person. So the man got to study Islam and he got to be Muslim, and life's going to be easy for him. Otherwise, if he come to find out she got, you know, she well set, that's alhamdulillah, that's a mercy of Allah. You can marry her. You can marry her because she's that. But she got to be Muslim first. You see, and that's a gift from Allah to make you meet with someone that is a Muslimah and also that's wealthy. Because you don't want your children to come out of person if with women that's not Muslimah. That's the reason Allah allow us to marry non-Muslim, because they're going to become Muslim because men leave. And He telling us to not give our daughter to non-Muslim because the men will lead her out of Islam also. So that's why, you know, we must obey Allah and His Messenger. So if she's a Muslimah, alhamdulillah, marry her. And then practice Islam. You're going to be happy. His question is not even hard. Alhamdulillah. Mr. Jabi.
No.
Yeah, that's the answer. That's a gift from Allah.
Okay.
You know, she got to be Muslim and he got to know he is.
Ok, mais ici, là, quand il dit par exemple là, que vraiment ça va lui prendre du temps pour maîtriser la femme, est-ce qu'il ne parle pas maintenant de tous ces contours là, vraiment, bon, je sais que bon, la femme, elle est vraiment, elle l'aime. Lui dit maintenant de se convertir en l'islam là. Je sais que ça ne va pas poser de problème. Mais est-ce que bon, au niveau, c'est-à-dire que des parents, ces relations et autres là maintenant là, est-ce que c'est pas à cause de ça qu'il dit que ça va vraiment, ça sera un peu, ça va prendre du temps pour lui de maîtriser toutes ces situations?
No, it's not going to be time. You just got to be Muslim. You know, Allah control the future. Oh, yeah, he said, the brother said, is a problem if the man, you know, before he telling the women be Muslim and Muslimah is not going to be a problem, and then, you know, by telling her, you know, marry another wife and his family also accepting it, and all this is going to take a long time before things happen, right? So I'm saying this, you know, it's not going to take a time. It's just matter of, you know, 5-minute talk. When you sit down, between two loved ones, nothing is hard. Everything is smooth and soft as cotton ball. So when you talk to her, and she's going to see that there's a condition for her to meet with you. If she agrees with the condition, she's going to come easy like nothing. That's it. And the parents also know your Islam. You can tell the parents, I'm not disagreeing with you, but is anywhere in Islam that we shouldn't do this? If you're not, let's be Muslim together. And, I ask you to help me. And then he can also trick his parents by accepting, knowing that the woman is okay with Islam's terminology and Islam constitution. He can tell the family also. It depends how his father and mother love him. He can threaten them by telling them that, what, so therefore I'm trying to kill myself then, because I don't see Islam like that. You guys doing tradition, and I don't want to be like this. So now between them, they're gonna consult each other. Man, we cannot do that. The boy said the truth, but he don't have to do that though. But this is to show the love that from the children and the father. That's why we say obey your parents. Now, they're going to come to say, you know what, okay, go and do it. You don't need to kill yourself. We was wrong. Because that situation happened to me. And I have some kids that they don't want to tell their mom to be Muslim because she got a religion. And I told them, I said, look, you love your mama too much. So what if your mama die and you cannot pray for her because it's prohibited for Muslims to pray, for someone that's not Muslim? And you imagine it's your mama. So you're going to violate Allah's right, the jurisdiction of the Prophet ﷺ, to pray for her anyway? While she's alive, why don't you find a way to make her Muslim if you know your Islam that you're in is right? And they asked me about which way we can do. I told them, I said, do your mama love you? Yes. Tell your mama that, you want to kill yourself. And she's going to say why, and you're going to tell her. When he did that, the mama said, why? He said, because I can't pray for you when you die, when you're not Muslim. She said, but what it takes to be Muslim? It's too hard to be. He said, no, you just got to say, I bet there's no God but Allah, and Muhammad is a messenger, and you're Muslim. And she said, but why you guys didn't tell me that long time? And you pray 5 times a day, and fast, and pay charity, and go to Hajj. She said, but you should tell me that. So, okay, I want to be Muslim now because, there's nothing wrong with that because you've been Muslim, you've been respect me, and more than you were not Muslim. And everything changed in your life. And I'm in love with whatever you do. And then they call me and I give a shahada to the mama. So the point is Islam is right. Islam tells you to be right, and Islam tells you to respect everything that you have. So who don't want that? So the man got to be Muslim and understand Islam and talk to the lady and talk to his parents, and everything is going to be all right. If he cannot talk to his parents, he got some people, the best friend of his father and mother, he can talk to them, make them understand, they can convince them too. So that's what I can say.
Okay. Thank you, Imam. I think he's listening. In case if there is something else you want to add to that, be free to contact us. Thank you.
Okay. The other guy's question was this. He said, why is that when men say, even in joke, I divorce you, and it is considerate, and then when the women say I divorce you, it's not considerate in Islam? And he says that. So, I don't know if it's on the line. Mohammed, you're in line? Madhu? Okay.
So can you answer the question?
Madhu Dunya, are you listening? Okay, I don't think it's on the line.
Can you answer his question? Will you be able to answer his question?
Oh, I'm trying to call his name, if I can answer his question, but I don't think he's in the line. He said, well, this is it. It's like, the women, without men, women is not married, you see? So with men, women is married. So women cannot get divorced, just like that. She got to go through her wali. Even if she don't want it, she got to go through a man to ask for divorce to her husband. So men don't have to do that. You see. So when men do it, they come to check the man. Why are you doing this? They're trying to call him back, to the reason.
So that's the wali, right?
That's why when the men divorce the women like this, when the women left third time, the men cannot get her back until, she remarries to somebody. That's to punish the men. Because the woman is good, you keep playing with divorce. So the word divorce is not good in marriage when you guys, marry. So do your best to avoid the word divorce.
So is the question satisfied? Is he on the line yet?
So.
Okay.
No, I don't know. But he might listen later.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Maybe he might be on in the application because I don't see any *61 here.
Okay. You say is it *61 or *6?
*6.
*61.
Oh, you said *61.
Okay.
Yeah, *61. Yeah.
Because on the thing it said, I didn't hear it say 1. I heard it say *6. So maybe he's not hitting *61.
Maybe, yeah.
So do we want to round it up, or are there some more questions?
So far there is no question here.
So, Imam, do you want to give your closing statement, and then we can close out?
Okay, inshallah. The statement that I'm giving, I think, Radio Samatila, and I think everybody, we make a dua for Radio Samatila to stay, alive and to be strong. And I thank you, Mother Tafika, and for your show. And alhamdulillah, may Allah bless all of us.
Amen.
May Allah give more strength and power and knowledge for our community and guide our children.
Amen.
ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين محمد بن عبد الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Muted.
Assalamu alaikum. We would like to thank you, Imam, for your beautiful explanation of our question. And we pray Allah reward you for helping us. And we would also like to thank everyone in our audience for listening today. And please join us again next week, the same time, Monday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Jazakallahu khairan. We pray Allah that you all have a blessed day.